Hey, Lily Wong here, and this is Fly with Lily podcast. Life can throw us unexpected curveballs of all kinds, from the loss of a loved one, career change, or family problems. For me, it was the loss of my mother and my marriage. The worst experiences of my life led to the most euphoric learning experience and life journey I ever could have imagined. My journey let me dive within myself, overcome my fears, drop disempowering beliefs, and remove mental limitations. From motivation, language learning, business, nomadic life stories or world travel, to just plain dropping your baggage. Fly with Lily podcast offers the inspiration you need to open yourself to this world of opportunities without limits.
Own a little, see a lot. On the way to Zagreb in Croatia, I quickly visited Vienna in Austria because it was only 2 hours from Bratislava by train. It really amazed me how close these countries were physically, and yet they have totally different vibes and cultures. I rented Lime, which is a small electric scooter that was quite popular on the streets in Europe, and you could rent it on your mobile app with a few taps. And I quickly moved around Vienna. After a few hours of roaming around, I realized that, to my own surprise, I didn't like Vienna very much. Maybe it was because I felt it was more expensive and crowded compared to Bratislava and Budapest. Or perhaps because it had been overrated and over-romanticized by the old me. It was probably also because I was expecting to see my Taiwanese friend Christine again, who happened to have a tour around town. However, she couldn't meet up with me because of some issues with her group. I was a bit disappointed. I was very happy to hop on my train to get to my next city, Zagreb, in Croatia. It's about a 6-hour train ride to Zagreb, and the seat was very comfortable. I had received news that my original host, Alex, couldn't receive me due to a high fever. However, at that point, I still couldn't find any host. So I asked if Alex was feeling better and suggested that we could take care of each other if I stayed there. Alex heard about my situation and agreed to host me, even though he was still a bit under the weather. Alex was from France and was working in Zagreb on the construction of and design of luxurious cars. He had been staying at home for a few days, so was happy to greet me. His home was very modern and cozy. He used to live in Japan for many years, so when he heard I was going to make some gyoza and soup for him, his face lit up. The next day, I went to buy groceries for gyoza and soup. It was lovely to shop in the local supermarket because you had a taste of how locals live. The weather in the Balkans was sunnier and the people seemed more friendly compared to the last few cities I visited in Central and Eastern Europe. You should see how people were still welcoming when allowing me to use toilets in their restaurants, stores, and even at an evening gala, which I wasn't invited to and only passed by. This was different from my experiences in cities like Budapest, where you had to pay or become a customer to use it, which I totally respect. However, they just smiled a lot more. I booked a history and photography tour in downtown Zagreb on Airbnb Experience, a service which I grew to like over the years. I often found quality trips and deals over there. When I arrived downtown, there was a Christmas market going on. It was the most beautiful Christmas market I'd seen so far during my trip. Vienna showed up with her bike, and we found another traveler, Rachel, who was a journalist from the US and had been traveling in the Balkans for a while. Vienna took us off the beaten trail in Zagreb and shared many interesting anecdotes about Zagreb. I had already fallen in love with this colorful city. I couldn't remember much detail about the history, but I remember how cozy and relaxed I felt when I was wandering along the streets. The Christmas market also seemed quite endless, continuing up to the hill, and many delicate decorations, sculptures, and wall paintings along the way. We hung out together until it was dark, and the sunset was breathtakingly beautiful under the Christmas lights. Although I only stayed in Zagreb for 2 nights, I would highly recommend Zagreb as a must-visit city in Europe. Stay tuned, there's much more to come. In the next episode, I'll be sharing a story that happened in Split, Croatia.
This has been another episode of the Fly with Lily podcast. So what now? Go to flywithlily.com to download my gift for you to help work on your abundant lifestyle, or contact me directly for a consultation. This show takes a lot of work and planning, so if you enjoyed it, please consider a 5-star review on iTunes, following on Facebook and Instagram at Fly with Lily, or come up and give our crew a hug on the street when you are on your journey. Thanks for listening, and remember, life's curveballs can be your best opportunities.